How is this possible? I don't know where I'm supposed to start this review without my internal disgust, my internal rage for this film. To be like, I am so pissed off. I am pissed off at Disney. How do you screw up Pinocchio? How do you do that? How do you intentionally destroy Pinocchio? It literally takes master class work to destroy this person's childhood film. This Pinocchio, the original, is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's got to be in the top 100 somewhere. Somehow they made Pinocchio boring as hell. I wish I could get the hour and 50 minutes that I wasted watching this movie back. Thankfully, it's only on Disney Plus. You can't rent or buy this movie on digital stores, and you can't even go to the theater to see it. Oh my goodness. If this movie was released at theaters, people would be in an outrage and demanding refunds for their wasted admission tickets. It just goes to show Disney didn't even have any hope for this film because there was no hype whatsoever for this movie. I was actually excited for a live-action Disney movie for once because besides the decent Cinderella film that came out a few years ago, Lion King, hated that movie. And Mulan, I hated that movie. You can watch my rant video about that, reviewing that. And whatever else they've done in the past for live-action reboots of all the Disney classics that they've done, I haven't liked a single one of them. But I was hopeful, I had a sliver of hope that this movie, because I had Tom Hanks playing Geppetto the Woodcarver, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing Jiminy Cricket, I had hopes that this film was going to be amazing. But there was no hype around it, which I thought was kind of weird. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in watching this movie. And it's a Disney Plus Day release. I'm like, I'm excited for this. But it was a complete letdown. They even introduced new characters like the Coachman, played by Luke Evans. And he does nothing to add any value to the story. It is weird also that the original film is only an hour and 30 minutes long, while the live-action remake, which basically adds absolutely nothing new or interesting story, plot, or character-wise, and it's an hour and 50 minutes long. Guys, I am disgusted, and it's weird that this came out on Disney Plus Day, yet everything that came out Disney Plus Day-wise is better than this. Like, we got the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer. I'm excited for that coming out next year, and I'm so going to watch and review that. Tales of the Jedi, that comes out this October. I'm stoked for that. There are a couple things that Disney is doing right, but it's like, quit doing these live-action remakes. They released a teaser trailer. They're redoing The Little Mermaid. And I am not racist, but why is The Little Mermaid reboot having a black actress? If that's not Disney giving in to racial and political and wokeness politics and problems going on in the world, I don't know what a signal is. Why? Even the blue fairy in this movie Pinocchio was black, and in the originals they're white. Why are you race swapping? Oh, I know why you are doing it. You're pandering to a group, so you, Disney, a multi-billion-dollar company, can still make more money. Like, you don't have a fortune ton of it. I'm not racist. But Disney is pandering, and they are being extremely targeting to demographics. And it shows. And no one likes it. And you know what? I'm not the only person that didn't like this movie in particular, Pinocchio. And there's tons of backlash already going on for The Little Mermaid and everything else. This Disney Plus Day fandom event thingy that was going on the past few days has bit Disney in the butt. No one is really all that stoked and excited for Disney anymore. I mean, the fact that Disney controls Avatar, and I'm actually excited for that, I'm just like, why can't Disney make original stuff? I know I've ranted on about this before, and I don't want to go on another tangent, but seriously, come on, Disney, make something original. Why do you have to do live-action remakes? Look what you did with the Star Wars The Mandalorian. You took a complete good decision to make that show, and it's been a success, exploring the gap between the end of Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens begins, that 30-year time gap, with characters that we didn't know a thing about, and then bringing back slowly familiar characters from Clone Wars and Rebels, and whatever else is canon in Star Wars that actually people care about. It's nice. Anyway, back to Pinocchio. This movie's okay to watch once if you're completely drunk and you have nothing else to do. It's a great background noise movie. But again, the original is 1,000 times better. There's just way too many changes because of the wokeness and racist issues. I mean, they even changed Pleasure Island. Instead of it being on Pleasure Island where cigarettes and beer, too much of it, can make you a complete jackass. No, Pleasure Island only has one thing now. It's root beer. Root beer, too much root beer can make you turn into a jackass. There's no whale in this film either. Instead, it's a sea monster because we don't like whales in Disney. Whale's bad. And the ending is even the worst part. The ending is the worst. Pinocchio does not become a real human boy at the end. They don't even have the guts to spend an extra 10 minutes making it where he becomes a real boy and have a satisfying... There's no satisfying conclusion to the film. It just abruptly ends. Literally. The book literally just closes. How do you have a Pinocchio film where the ending makes it where he doesn't become a real boy? How do you not do that? It just boggles the mind that this got greenlit and released. And I had hope that this movie was going to be good. When Tom Hanks said he was going to be in it, I had hope. And Tom Hanks said that he was a fan of the original Pinocchio and a bunch of their original Disney films that came out when Walt Disney was in charge. Not Kathleen Kennedy and all these other morons. How did Tom Hanks think this was a good film for him to be in? Unless he did this specifically for a paycheck, because Disney pays well. I don't know why Tom Hanks allowed this film to be acceptable. I don't know why he thought, oh, I'm going to go with this script and it's going to be really good. There had to be some moment in him realizing that this was going to be a travesty and hurt his career. Guys, overall, Pinocchio from 2022 here is just, it's a disaster. It's a travesty. And I can't waste more time watching another live-action remake. Like, the only reason I watched this is because Tom Hanks was in it. And now I realize that even if my favorite actor is in this film, that actually has a passion for the original, and they want to do the original justice, but with live-action touches to it. Disney can't realize, leave the good stuff alone and make something original. Like, we're even getting a new Peter Pan movie. How many Peter Pan movies could Disney possibly pump out at us? How many can they make before Disney realizes, okay, you're telling the exact same story with one twist, and you call it a different movie? It's Peter Pan is Peter Pan. Guys, honestly, don't watch this movie. It's a travesty. Just don't. And if you have, let me know if you guys agree or disagree with me in the comment section down below. You guys have a great day. I'm going to go watch Teen Titans Season 2 now. Bye, guys. At least that show's worth watching. Oh.